Okay everyone, this is the Orderflows Price Rejector indicator. How to determine when the market is rejecting price and how to profit from it. I'm going to look at various charts, markets, and time frames. My name is Michael Baltos. I'm the founder and trader at Orderflows.com. First, a brief disclaimer. This presentation is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered a solicitation to buy or sell a futures contract or make any other type of investment decision. Futures trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. What is the price rejector? It's an indicator based on order flow analysis to determine when the last buyer has bought and the last seller has sold. The price rejector uses order flow analysis to identify low-risk trade entries at potential turning points in the market, mainly highs, lows, swing highs, and swing lows. The price rejector runs on the NinjaTrader software platform. It's easy to use. Just import into NinjaTrader and trade. It's designed for an order flow footprint chart, but now has been programmed to work on a normal bar chart. There's no PhD needed, no live trading room needed. Basically, you just plug it in and go. So I'm going to show a bunch of different charts and time frames over periods of time rather than just pick one chart, the cherry pick chart. I'm going to show you winners, I'm going to show you losers. Not every trade is going to be a winner. No system out there guarantees 100% winners. Okay, so the first chart is a crude oil chart. This is June crude. The date is May 2nd, the first trading day of May. And I'm going to go over a few weeks of data, the data that I have saved. And, I'm just going to show you, like I said, I'm going to show you all pretty much, every time the trade got signaled. And, whether it wins or loses, you could determine yourself how you would trade it. Now, my crude chart here is, just talk about I have what I call Mike's index hours, which is basically 7 in the morning, Chicago time, until 4 o'clock. Usually that's when I trade S&Ps. And, for me, that's when the market, I think most markets, American markets are the most liquid. Okay, so this is a Unirenko chart. Okay, now here, 726 was a buy. Honestly, the first trade I show you is a loser. It's unfortunate. Here you get a sell. It comes off a little bit, just sort of hangs around, doesn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. It's down here. Here's another sell, goes sideways before stopping you out. You should have, in your trading, you have to have stops. There's no two ways about it. Now, this price rejector will give you levels that you could put a stop. You could put your stop right up at this hash, or you can go a little bit higher. It depends on you. Your entry is going to be in the next bar. The signal will generate when the bar meets the conditions. So as soon as it meets the conditions in the bar, it prints. However, if it changes before the bar closes, the signal can disappear. But once the signal is drawn, it won't disappear. It won't redraw. So here, it starts to come off a little bit, then just sort of goes sideways, and it does pop up through before just going sideways some more. Again, you got to determine what amount of risk and what sort of profit potential you want. Are you willing to risk a little bit here? This is, like I said, this is a Renko chart. Just look at the crosshairs real quick. You shouldn't, but ideally, if you get short around the entry of the next bar, 45.14, your stop is going to be up around here, 21. I prefer to give it like 10 ticks, because usually I'm trying to get a lot more out of the trade than 10 ticks. But, if you want to use a tight stop right up here where this hash is, you can. It's up to you. And, what sort of profit target do you want? People trade all different ways. People trade multiple contracts and they start taking some off as it starts going in their favor. And they look for, a runner. Okay, so this one, it did start to go down, just sort of hung around. Didn't really go anywhere. I'm not going to say it was a winner. I mean, even though it was, I think you could have got something out of it. It did come back up here, poke through there, and then sort of go down. Now, this one definitely is a loser. Now, this one here, you know, you can be getting short here, 45.40, never took much heat. And, you know, the market just had a nice sell-off from 45.40 down to 44.60. So, you know, what is that? 80 ticks, more or less. I mean, I don't know if you would have gotten the entire move. You know, maybe you sort of come down here, pop up a little bit. You want to take some off. Okay, it's up to you. Then you get another buy signal down here. It goes up from, you know, this 65 level up to 00, you know, before turning back down a little bit. You know, are you going to trail your stop? I mean, you know, entry and exit, you know, you have to have you know how to, I mean, part of being a trader is knowing when to get out of a trade when you're taking too much heat. Okay, so, you know, there's a nice winner here, nice winner here. This one is a loser. This one is a loser. Okay, and the day ends. And so this is the next day, May 3rd. You know, again, I'm using, you know, this period of time, the first several weeks of May, because that's the data that I have here, most recent. Any signals? Nothing yet. Here's a buy. Yeah, it kind of works out a little bit before it starts turning on you. Again, you know, where you're going to have you have a stop, a hard stop right there, or what? It's up to you. You know, you got to decide that how you're going to trade it. You know, I'm not saying this is a holy grail to trading. You know, it's helping you find potential turning points in the market. Now, sometimes, you know, the market maybe hasn't reached its low for the day. You know, it's hard to find the low sometimes. It takes the market a bit of searching before it finds a low or a high or a swing high. So here, this one fails. Then you get another signal right here. Okay, you know, 43.70, 43.75. You know, what does it do? It trades down, you know, down into the 40s. You know, this is already coming on 2 o'clock in here. So, you know, you could have gotten a nice move out of this right here. So, you know, you have a loss there. You know, maybe a small winner, you know, maybe, you know, or, you know, break even, or even a small loss there. I mean, I don't know how you would trade that. I mean, I know how I would, but, you know, I'm not you. Okay, here's another one. This is the 4th of May. Here's a signal here. But, you know, it's right after the open, and I'm always, you know, I tend not to take things within the first, you know, there's a what I call a look back period. I think I have it set to 9. So, you know, I'm usually not looking to take trades within the first 9 bars, because what's it doing is it'll cover the previous day's 9 bars as well. So, you know, normally I wouldn't take this trade. You know, it was a loser. This one, kind of a small winner before turning around and becoming a loser on you. No, nothing there. I mean, sometimes, you know, the market just, you know, the order flow doesn't give you, you know, any trades. Okay, here's a sell. You know, you're talking 44.15. You know, came down here 43.85. You got a buy signal which failed. You got a sell signal. Yeah, again, it failed. Come off, you get this buy signal here, kind of going sideways. You know, you're coming up towards the close already. I mean, it did pop up. You know, the old closing time for crude, the old floor closed at, I think it used to be 2:10 Chicago time. So, you know, I mean, once you start coming into the 1 o'clock, you know, be careful. You know, it's going to often get quiet, but, you know, the market's still open. Usually after 2, even though it's open beyond 2, I'm not necessarily looking to trade. So, you know, it picks this low here, 43.30. It's kind of going sideways on you before finally popping up. Honestly, going sideways on me like this, I probably would have just gotten out somewhere in here rather than, you know, waiting, going into the close. But, you know, hey, it was a nice trade. I know some people will say, yeah, you could have bought here or carried on to the next day. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't carry those, you know, it, you know, proceeded to trade overnight much higher. But, I mean, come on. You know, that's not what I do. So here's a sell signal. This is the next day. This is the 5th of May. Sell signal here, 45, I don't know what that is, 70. You know, down to 45, 35-ish. A little buy signal going sideways. Sell signal comes off a little bit. You know, where am I? I'm down here. Okay. You know, this buy signal failed. You know, you like every signal to be a winner, but sometimes, you know, I said the market takes a while to find its low. Here is a small, you know, a small winner before it starts turning around. When you start seeing, you know, this is a Renko chart. When you start stringing together red bars one after the other, it's usually not a good sign that a move up is going to continue. just as, you know, you got a bullish signal, but then you got red bar. That's, you know, not necessarily what you want to be seeing. You know, here's one. You know, again, it stopped you out. What time is this? You know, this is just before 2 o'clock. I don't know if I would take that. Again, you know, I tend to stick to the old floor closing times. Okay, this is a sell. You know, again, this one failed. Here, you get a buy, and, you know, 95 up to the 30s. You know, are you willing to risk? You have to ask yourself, are you willing to risk this? You know, this little risk in here for a move like this? You know, I would. Okay, here's a sell. You know, failed. Now here's a buy. Yeah, it kind of worked out. Then, you know, it started turning around on you. I think, I know that would have been a scratch at best. My day ended a little early. That was non-farm payrolls. Here's Monday the 9th. You got a buy. It goes up before it starts turning around. You know, when you start seeing red bars on the way down, get out. Don't wait for it to stop you out. Here was a buy. Again, same thing. Green, then red. Here's a buy. You know, went from 44.10 up to the 30 area before you got a sell signal, and then it sold off back down to 44.00. Okay, so, you know, you had another buy. You had the buy, the sell, a buy here. You know, this is a small move, 20, 30 ticks. Hang on here. You know, again, you know, you have to, you know, sometimes, you know, people think that every signal that you get is going to go to infinity. You know, not every trade is going to go to infinity. You know, being a good trader is about knowing, you know, managing your risk and knowing when to get out, take profits, and to take losses. I mean, you're getting, you know, legitimate, decent moves, and you're getting a chance, right, for, you know, 10 ticks initially here, 10 ticks here, 10 ticks here. You know, 10 ticks here, you could get a little bit more, just as you could get more out of it. You know, it's, if you're trading multiple lots, you know, there's different ways to trade. You know, you take some off. You know, as soon as it starts going in your favor, you know, you book profits. And overall, you know, the goal is to have more profitable trades than losing trades. Hang on here. My charts are acting up now. Give me a sec. Okay, so, you know, this one, right? This was that trade. I just moved it forward, right? So we came off from 44.30 down to 4400, back up to 44.30. You know, that's 30 ticks down, 30 ticks up. You know, I'm not saying you'd be getting out up here, but, you know, when you get this move, right, and you start seeing, you know, a nice move, and you start seeing red candles, you know, it's a sign that the move is probably over. You know, here, green, and all of a sudden red. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to wait for it to come all the way down here to take a loss? No, I mean, part of trading is understanding what's happening in the market. You know, you get in here, 43.95, you know, it trades up to 44.15, and then all of a sudden you see red. You know, get out. You know, you have to wait for it to come all the way down. You know, part of the problem with a lot of traders, especially new traders, you know, I spend a lot of time talking to new traders, and, you know, they struggle in recognizing that the market's turned. You know, they think, you know, I'm getting long here, I'm going to get out way up here. You know, they think, you know, hold it to, what are you going to do? Hold it to the close, hold it to the next day? You're not. It's a short-term thing. You know, you're trying to pick highs and lows, swing highs and swing lows. So, you know, the market's going to move around. And sometimes, you know, the market's not going to find its exact low or exact highs. It's going to take some time to move around before it gets it. You know, here you had a buy signal. Yeah, the market went up. Didn't. You know, it's still searching for its low. Here, you know, made another low. Yeah, it did rally off it. You know, there was no signal here. Here you got a signal. But then the market, you know, it's still searching for its level, its low level. Okay, there's no signals here. You know, there's one right before the close, you know, which is not a time I'm looking to take a trade at 2:15, 2:14. Okay, this is the next day. This is May 10th, 5:10. You got a sell signal here, 43, you know, 80, 43.9, 85 around there. You know, it comes down to a buy signal here, you know, around the 70 level. So, you know, that's 15 20 ticks thereabouts. It's a decent move. This one, this buy signal didn't work out. It would have stopped you out. Scroll forward, see any more signals? No, so there's no more signal. Well, my end of the day early, so I don't have the rest of the day's data there. Okay, so this next day is May 11. Gosh. Of course, as I'm making this video, my computer has the audacity to start acting up on me. But I want to show you, sequentially each day as it's happening. I don't want to just pull out. I could easily just pull out charts of every trade that worked and and not necessarily show you the losers. But I'm trying to show you over a period of time each day is how it develops. Of course, I need my system to cooperate. This is my testing system, so it's not as maxed out on as far as available RAM and things like that. Still, it was working nice earlier. I don't know why now it's just sort of acting up on me. Bear with me. Yeah. So just looking for the next signal here. Okay, hopefully now it's working. I had to close something down. And not. So this is, the 11th, which I believe was a Wednesday. So, this move is part of on the inventory numbers, if I remember correctly. I don't have a calendar in front of me though. Okay, so here's a sell signal, right? You see it up here around 45.60. It didn't pan out. Again, it didn't work, but if again you have to be trading with stops. I wish there was a nice buy signal right before that big move up, but there wasn't. But I'm showing you the winners. I'm showing you the losers. Basically, I'm showing you everything here. Here's one. It just went sideways on you. Again, you got one. Honestly though, this is at. Look at the time. 11. This is. I don't know what time this was. 11:15. I wouldn't even say that. Maybe 11:20. And it's just going sideways on you for almost 30 minutes. Are you going to be holding a position that's going nowhere on you for a half hour, 45 minutes? No, I wouldn't. Again, when you're looking for a reversal, you expect a reversal to happen, not go sideways on you. Oftentimes when you sort of come into an area and instead of getting the reverse, it just goes sideways on you, it could really go any way, either way, as far as I'm concerned. It's just something that doesn't always work out once the market get a signal on anything and it just goes sideways on you, especially if it's a reversal signal, right? You expect the reversal to happen. You're trading a reversal signal, and if the market's just going sideways, well, even though it's not a big loser, it's just hanging around your entry, sort of break even. As far as I'm concerned, it's a trade that's not working out. So this is what day is this? This is the 12th. Here's a couple signals. It started to work out. Boom, boom. But then it turned around. But seeing these green candles here, again, it's a sign to tell you, hey, you should think about getting out. Don't let it come back here and stop you out. Just as you got it here, two red, and then 3 green. Are you going to let it go stop you out? I wouldn't. I mean, it's part of trading is making decisions. I know we all like to automate things as much as possible, but sometimes you're going to automate yourself out of a trade, or out of a small, a break-even trade rather. I'll say automate yourself out of a trade. So here's one. This one, yeah, it kind of worked out. You got red, then green, green. It's up to you if you get out right here or not. Just sort of assess it. But eventually did. It's coming into that. Sort of the 2 o'clock time. It's already 1:30. Me personally, I'd probably have gotten out here after 2 green bars, but I mean, that's me. So that day, the 12th, wasn't that great a day. Friday, the 13th here is this day that we're looking at. Let's see if there's any signals. Okay, there's a sell signal right there, sort of in the middle. Then you got, as soon as you get the signal, you got green, green. That's not a good sign. It's green, green. That's something that would stop you out probably at your full loss. Okay, here's a buy signal. Again, it's just going sideways on you. Boom, 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 boom. Honestly, I'm not going to look to hold it. If it's just going sideways on me, I expect the move to happen. Here it did happen a bit later, but that to me, honestly, that's too late. Here's a signal. Again, it's right, after the open. I prefer to get, a little bit further away from the open rather than, sort of immediately after the open. Even though this one did work out, it's probably not one. It's honestly probably it's not one that I would take. Even though I could say, oh yeah, I would have taken it, but I'm not looking to take signals that close to the open. Okay, here's one. What time is this? This is, I don't know, just about 1:30 in the afternoon. Again, 2:10 is the close, but it's a nice move. 45, 47, 55, 56, 57, 58, somewhere in there. Up to the 90 level. And what day? Okay, this is the 17th. This is already the 3rd week of the month. Here is a nice buy. 47, 75-ish area, up to a sell signal at 48.10. Up here, that's, what is that? 35 ticks. Then you get a sell signal, starts to come off. Boom, boom, boom. Then you get green, green, green. A lot of people will say, they'll see this, and then they'll see these green, 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 and after trades already moved in their favor, they're sort of will overlook this. You can't. I mean, things have changed. It's market's starting to go back up. And there's people that you'll get the sell signal here, then get short here, have all this move down here, and then wait for it to come all the way back up here to stop them out. You gotta. The market's going to give you a chance to get out with a small profit or get something out of the trade. You'd really, honestly, I think it's not good trading to sort of not get something out of a move like this and have it pull back like that. Okay, so what happens? So you pull back and you trade back up to your where your stop area is up there. But like I said, you got. You're getting short here around the, what is that, 48.10 roughly. It trades down to 47.95 before you get green, green, green. And it's giving you a chance in here. You're seeing this green, green, by this 3rd bar, you see it coming back. And that's a sign to get out. I mean, you don't have to wait for it to go all the way up here to stop you out. And then here you get a buy signal. Okay, the first bar after it is red, but then it's green, green, green. So it's going the way. The way you would expect it. You're getting in here somewhere around this 48.10 level. What's your trade up to? 48.30. Then it starts to come down. You get red, red, red. That's a sign. That's the sign. That's telling you, hey, okay, now the market's going to start coming off. Everyone expects you're going to be buying here and selling up here. It's not like that. I mean, market moves. There's what do you want to call it? I can't think of the phrase now. But you get the intermediate waves in there. Okay, the screen is acting up again. Sorry. This is the 17th, of May. Honestly, I think I should just keep it scrolling. Okay, so now we're on the 18th. Okay, I can see there's a sell signal there just creeping into the screen. So here you got this sell signal, getting short somewhere in here, 48 double, 48.55, and it trades down to this 48.30 level. So, that's a decent move. Again, I don't know if I'd be holding it into this area once I start seeing, 3 like that. It's just going sideways on you. Well, it's 9:30. Okay, so again, it's the 18th. I think that was also a Wednesday. So, even though it was a signal, I think that was due to the inventory number that came out. I probably wouldn't. I would like to say, I would have taken it, but honestly, when the inventory number comes out, you get a signal like this, you go in to sell. You're thinking you're selling here, you're actually selling down here if you're using a market order, because the market's moving too fast for you to really get a good reaction time. So, you got to be a robot in that sense. Okay, so here's another sell signal. This is around the 48.87 level. Yeah, it did come back up here, pop up. Again, I can't say that I would not have had a stop in. I probably would have been close to stopped out, if not stopped out, depending on your entry. I like to use about 10 ticks. So 10 ticks is 95. Like I said, if you want to use a little bit wider, you'd be in for a nice move. Okay, so you get a buy signal down here, around the 48.05 level, trades up to 20s. Sort of hanging around. You could have got a little something out of it. Honestly, I'd probably get out once I see these 3 those 3 red candles. And, it's just sort of coming into the close there. And the 19th, I think this is my last day data that I have. Okay, come on. It'd be a lot easier if my system wasn't acting up on this recording. So nothing in there. That is at 10:10. Nothing, no buys, no sells. That's it. That's where my data ends. So, you've seen, quite a bit of charts. I'm probably gonna have to make a different video for different markets. I wanted to show a bunch of markets at once, but I think my system is. I need to close some stuff down. I got too much stuff open. Just a real quick overview. Price Rejector runs on NinjaTrader trading platform. It works on Orderflows Trader charts as well as normal bar charts. I think to get the most out of it, you should use Orderflows Trader charts. Works on just about every futures market and time frame. So, if you want to know more, check out the website www.orderflows.com or visit my website pricerejector.com. So thanks for watching this, and I'm going to make another video soon with a different market, probably the E-minis. So stay tuned. Thanks. Bye-bye.